Good morning, Michigan. How are y'all doing today? We have so many great things to talk about today and to show you and for you to learn about that we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in. Our first highlight today is going to be the Did You Know section, the More You Know section, maybe. Did you know that you can be supporting nonprofits in your area right now by just shopping on Amazon? I know, you heard me correct. So, through the Amazon Smile program, Amazon donates a percentage, small percentage, but still a percentage, of your purchases to any nonprofit of your choice that is registered with the Amazon Smile program. To enroll in the program yourself, all you need to do is go to smile.amazon.com to enroll in the program. Then you hit the Get Started button, and then you can pick a charity that you want to donate to, and you're essentially just signing up with the same Amazon account that you already use. But in future purchases, you're going to want to go to smile.amazon.com on your desktop or laptop versus going to just amazon.com. And this does not have availability in the app yet, so make sure you're only shopping via your desktop. Also, some great Michigan-based nonprofits in the area that you can support through the Amazon Smile program are PFLAG Clinton Township, which I currently support. There's also Dutton Farm Inc. And then there's also the Ruth Ellis Center. The next section... Our next section of Good Morning Michigan is going to be on body and soul. And we really just wanted to focus on good health, particularly with dieting or just habits that we wanted to break the myths of. So I obviously wanted to go to someone who's a professional for this, and I have enlisted the services of my friend Evie Latifi, who is a doctor in the making, currently in his resident, but I think he's going to really help us break some food myths that we might have heard from time to time. Is that you, Evie Latifi?
It's me.
Oh my gosh, how you doing today? Welcome to Good Morning Michigan.
Yeah, good to see ya.
Say hi to the people.
Oh, Ryan's fan base.
I already told everybody that I wanted to have you on to talk about some food myths, some health myths, I guess you could say. Is that a good way to describe it? Or just things that we're typically used to hearing that maybe are not as true as they seem?
That's a perfectly reasonable way to say it. There's a lot of information, is the best way to put it.
So the first one we wanted to jump into is eating late hindering me from reaching my health goals? How bad is it to eat late? Because I have a bowl of cereal pretty late every night.
Well, it's not bad in the sense that the calories are going to be what you're going to be taking in regardless. It's not like at night when you eat, all the calories go straight to your thighs or straight to your stomach. What I find is people will end up basically starving themselves throughout the day.
Right.
Eating anything and then binging late at night. In the morning, I don't want breakfast, but then you just starve yourself again all day, and it's like a vicious cycle. So it doesn't hinder your goals. It just might make it harder for you to lose weight. Or if you're trying to gain weight, it's a great way to gain weight.
I really understand that because I feel like I know a lot of people who do skip breakfast for that reason. And I feel like I myself would just get really hungry at night, like you said. And then I would just end up eating a ton at night because I didn't eat anything throughout the day. And my body's like, it needs energy, it needs nourishment.
And at night, you've been starving yourself for so long, so there's no stopping you. You're going to not eat one bite of Ben & Jerry's, you're going to eat the whole thing.
Right. Which flavor? Which flavor Ben & Jerry's?
Saturday night.
I have to go for the dairy-free, but they have a good cookies and cream dairy-free. We also wanted to talk about fad diets. There's a lot of diets out there. Which one do you say is the unhealthiest, and which one is actually the healthiest?
So this is a bit of a loaded question, but the biggest one I want to say is that the healthiest is what you can maintain long-term.
Right.
If you maintain long-term diet of low carbs or low fat, then that's good for you. But what I see a lot is I have people say they're on keto.
Right.
They're Mediterranean or whatever. They'll crash diet, lose the weight, but then binge back up to what they used to. And what I've noticed is a lot of people go into the vegetarian diets or the vegan diets, but they're not really holding true to what those teachings are. They'll have, for example, Oreos, which are vegan. And they're like, it's vegan, so I can have it. Or surplus.
Right.
And gaining weight when your initial idea was to lose weight. So the idea is do a diet that's sustainable for you and that meets your long-term goals of
right.
when you want to weigh at or what you want to be at.
We were talking a little bit, and you wanted to talk about the importance of cholesterol and blood pressure. Why so important?
It's a thing that a lot of young people don't think about because we're young, we're invincible, we're in this little bubble that nothing can really affect us. And for the general most part, most of us don't have blood pressure issues now. Most of us watching might be in our 20s, 30s, maybe in our 40s.
Right.
Issues, but the longer you sustain an unhealthy lifestyle, it's going to catch up with you.
Right.
It's kind of inside of a house. You can't really gut the house in this situation because it's your body. The clog from the years of bad eating, the cholesterol, you're going to build up coronary disease, you're going to build up just stiffening of the vessels, and that's going to raise your blood pressure, you're going to be at risk for heart attacks. And it's all stuff we don't think about just because we're like, we'll deal with it when we get there. But at that point, you can reverse it, and then you're going to be on medications, which isn't bad.
Right.
But every time you take a medication, there might be a side effect that you might not want.
And then in general, too, just what do you think is the best way to be healthy? I personally practice just listening to my body and saying, okay, that didn't treat my body well, I'm going to stop doing that. Would you say that's a good way of thinking about it, just listening to your body a lot more?
It is. I mean, if you are somebody who can't take dairy and you're eating ice cream the next day, not a good idea. Your body is one. But the other thing is your mental health. So it's not talked about a lot because people don't like to talk about it. Nobody has eating disorders in broad daylight. They have it at night or at home in private. So what you can do about what your body wants is being one, healthy at a weight that you feel is good for you, at a weight you feel comfortable with.
Right.
That will drive to what you think eating healthy is. Eating a bunch of lettuce and broccoli and stuff is healthy to other people. That's not that healthy. That's like restricting yourself from like whatever you like to eat, like cheesecake.
Right.
You can have cheesecake, but not too much.
Right.
Diet moderation in our society, everything's all or nothing, I feel like.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all your insight. I really enjoyed having you. I'm glad you were able to come on to our body and soul segment of Good Morning Michigan. And do you have a little sign off for the Michigan folks?
As always, wash your hands, keep your face mask on.
Mask out.
As well.
Thank you, Evie. Now we're going on to our final segment, which is lifestyle and home. I personally love interior decorating. I love interior design. I love everything associated with it. I just love looking at nice interiors. I know from working from home for 2 to 3 years now that having a space that you're comfortable in, that you can focus in, is so important for being able to accomplish your day-to-day task. And I think a big part of me having a successful workspace is that I focus on getting a nice desk, a nice chair that's comfortable, and just focus on making it me. I think that one of the biggest things I did not like about corporate work environment is that I would have to try to make this gray desk space like feel like me, but I'm just not a gray desk space cubicle kind of person. So I love that I get to make my home office exactly like me. It fits my needs, especially with me being tall. I always want to be specific with my chairs and everything like that, and overall just have a colorful environment. I have a rainbow wheel hanging above my office space over there because I think that seeing all the colors really stimulates creativity for graphic design or making social posts. So to help you out, I linked below an article by Country Living, and I know Country Living, but the article itself actually shows things that are not country style or anything like that, but it's an article about how to design your home office space, and it gives about 9 or 10 different styles you can go with. And I say enjoy, pour yourself a glass of tea, swipe through them, see which parts of it you like, and even by looking at all of them, you might get an idea for something that's completely your own too, that looks nothing like those 9 to 10 designs. But I think it would be a good step to take in order to really get this environment in home office that you can say, this is mine, I'm proud of it, and this is going to do me so well for my job. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of Good Morning Michigan. If you enjoy watching Good Morning Michigan, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I want to keep doing this more because I personally enjoy it a lot, and if you guys do too, then I am game. I hope you all have a fantastic day and that this starts your day off right, on the right foot. And other than that, I just hope you all have an amazing week.